Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make creative collages like this to make your social media posts even more fun and interesting. All content will be taken and edited with Samsung smartphone photos and also inbuilt editing tools. I will be using Galaxy S26 Ultra for the full process. Let's start with the first step, taking the photos. I often get asked where I take my photos. I just walk around my city Tbilisi, or even find some good rooftops to take photos from there. I like to photograph buildings and some street details. When it comes to smartphone photography, I really like simplicity, when I just click one button and the photo turns out good. So for that, I use 50 megapixel camera. I use 1x or 5x lenses. I use 50 megapixel camera when I want a high resolution photo. When you check it in gallery, you can see it loading and enhancing the image a bit, which I personally like, as it adds some clarity and contrast, but that depends on your taste. For everyday photography, I use 12 megapixel camera. It is also very good, saves more storage. And here I use 1x, 3x and 10x telephoto lenses. This one doesn't really enhance the image, so sometimes I just switch back and forth to 50 or 12 megapixel cameras, whichever I like more depending on the scenery. It's super easy and quick to do. If I think something is too dark or bright, I hold the brightest part of the image and just drop down or up the sun icon to adjust the exposure. I love it when it's quick and easy like this, but let me know in comments if you want a full in-depth guide for S26 Ultra camera possibilities and options to get the best photos possible. I took lots of photos, so the next step is to pick the favorites. I have moved them to a separate folder and now I can start editing them. To make the process even easier, I like to use my S Pen as it's super convenient to adjust small details on the phone. To edit this photo, I click this pencil over here and let's see what S26 Ultra offers us. I'll quickly go through the editing options. Here we of course can crop and straighten the image. Next one is filters. We have quite a few options here, and in each one we can double click it and we can adjust the filter strength, color temperature, contrast, saturation, and also film grain. Next one we have tone. Here we have all the basic adjustments that you are going to need. We have light balance here, brightness, exposure, contrast, highlights. We can lighten up or down the highlights. Same for shadows, we can lighten them up or darken them. We also have saturation, tint. If we go to the right, it goes purple, and if we go to the left, it goes green. Temperature. If we go to the right, it goes warmer, and if we go to the left, it goes bluer. We also have sharpness and definition. Next one, we have decorations, where you can draw, apply stickers and text on the photo. Next one, we have tools. Here we have my favorite tool, color mix. Here we can pick a specific color and apply adjustments to just that color. For example, I will pick blue here. First one is hue. If I go to right, it gets purple, and if I go to left, it goes more green. Saturation. Here is the intensity of that blue color. We can either desaturate or saturate it a lot. And next one is luminance, which is basically the brightness of the color. If we go to the right, it lights up, and if we go to left, it's getting darker. Right now, I will go through it and edit the photo as I want. To be honest, I don't want to do too much with this photo. I just want to maybe increase some contrast, put the exposure down a bit, and then I'm going to go to color mix, select the blues and make the blues a bit more green, because that's just how I really like it. I think I'm done with this photo, so I'm going to save it. I save it as a copy just in case I need to get back to the original one. Here is before, here is the after. Let's move to another photo. Here I'm going to add some contrast, maybe pull the exposure down and also highlights. Then I'm going to go to color mix. I love to make the blue sky a bit more green here as well. And here we also have some yellow and orange tones, so I'm gonna see what works the best. I'm just going to play with the sliders. And after playing with the sliders, I get to the result that I like the most and save it. As you see, I'm not doing anything super complicated. These are some basic adjustments and I can always add more if needed. After I'm done color grading all the images, it's time to cut them out with using AI selection, which is, of course, super simple. You just hold down the subject that you want to cut out and it's done. Now what you're going to do is save them as sticker. We have some customizing options that we don't really need now. I also save it as an image just in case to have more control over it in future. Here is the cut out version. And I do this with every subject that I think I'm going to use. Sometimes if the object is too hard to cut out or AI can't really see what I want to select, it's not a problem because we can always fix it manually. I go to edits again and I'm going to use the lasso tool. Here I also have a few options. We have freeform and we have shape. If you select this circle and click next, you can cut this window out like this. We also have freeform, which is what we need right now. And here are two options we can use. One is select manually and second is snap to shape. If you're good at drawing, you can definitely use select manually and it will only select the shape that you select. But I need the snap to shape option. Because right now, if I draw a square like this, it will automatically select this window. And if I mess up a little bit, I can click deselect and fix it myself. Now I'm going to do the same thing for all the windows. I cut out what I needed, so now I can start assembling. Let's start with the windows. I'm going to click three dots in the right corner. I'm going to click copy to clipboard. And now I click the three dots again and paste from clipboard. Here I can adjust the windows however I want them to. Now I can duplicate it and flip it so it's not fully identical and just adjust it the way I like the most. And after playing around and adjusting it, I got to the result that I like the most. And here is the finished version. We can now move to the next photo. Here I have a photo of a plain blue sky. I go to edit and I go to decorations, and as I already cut out the light post that I want to add here, I go to stickers, custom stickers, and I select my light post. Now I adjust it the way I want to. Then I duplicate it, I make it smaller, and after a few adjustments I align them the way I want to. I really like it this way and we can consider it finished, but I think the sky is too plain. So now we can move on to the fun part, the photo assist. You see those stars here? That's photo assist. Let's click it, and here we have a few interesting options. First one is AI eraser, which is already understandable what it does, but let's try it out. You just select the shape and erase it. And there we go. But I need the third light post here. We can also move it. For example, I hold it and move it a bit closer. Let's click generate. And the object is moved. But I like the alignment of the light post itself, but I don't like the plain sky. So I'm going to go to create and ask AI to generate me some sort of a sky. Let's try. Add starry sky and click generate. I do like this option, but I feel like it's too much. But we can try over again. Let's try this one. Add night sky with a few stars and click generate. I like this one a lot more. So I'm going to save it as a copy. And of course I can try multiple times and find many more interesting results. I have picked my favorite and this photo is also done. For this photo, I want to add more and more traffic lights. But first, I want all the traffic lights to be lit up. So I go to Photo Assist again, Create, and ask it to light up all the lights, and click Generate. I really like the result, so I'm going to save it as a copy. I'm going to do the same for other traffic lights. Now the traffic lights are lit up, so I'm going to cut them out and save them as stickers. After saving all the traffic lights as stickers, I'm going to add them in together. I go to Edits, Decorations, Stickers. And here are all the traffic lights, and I'm just going to have fun aligning them. I feel like this is finished, so I'm going to save it as a copy. And here is our traffic light collage. Moving on to the next photo. For this photo, I really want to add a big red circle behind this building. So let's write it and click Generate. I think the result is perfect. But now I don't really like the blue sky. So I go to Color Mix, select the blue color and change its hue to greener. Now as I see the full image, I will go back and edit it even more. I will just play with exposure and I will just play around with the basic adjustments to get the look that I like. And here we have the red sun, so you can also play around with red color as well. And now I'm back to filters. I think the sunbeam is my favorite, but there are many options that I like, so it's quite hard to choose. Now I'm playing with the intensity to find what I like the most. Here, as we have more orange and yellow tones, I can adjust them as well. I'm playing with the sliders, and when I desaturate it, I really love it, but I also like the saturated version, so I'm just going for something in the middle. And I'm very happy with the result. Another cool thing you can do, you can apply all these stickers to videos as well. So I took a time lapse of the sky. In Camera app, you go to Hyperlapse and select the 15x. It tells you that it's good speed for recording clouds moving across the sky, and that's exactly what I need. After a few minutes, I have the time lapse ready. And of course, I want to color grade it and adjust it, so I'm going to go to Edits and just play around with the filters and what I like the most. Now I want to bring this visual onto that video, so I'll just hold it and it selects the full thing. I'm going to save it as a sticker again. Then I'll go to the video, then I go to Edit, Decorations and Stickers and select my sticker. And I'm just going to resize it and align it however I like the most. But now I feel like the sky is too bright for this visual, but that's not a problem. I go to Tones again and adjust brightness of just the sky. I'm going to add the tint so it's slightly greener, and when I'm done, I save it as a copy. And here is the result. And we can do the same thing over for almost all the photos. And we can do many more things. For example, we can duplicate the windows even more. We can put lots of different buildings and traffic lights and street signs behind us. We can use Photo Assist to turn daytime photos to nighttime, which is very impressive. You know, there are just many things you can experiment with. As you see, there is a lot you can do within Galaxy S26 Ultra. It really helps you make some quick edits for your social media posts, and you don't really need to download tons of editing apps for it. There are so many possibilities. You can take great photos and edit them manually, and you can also use Photo Assist if you need some help or want to have fun and experiment. I hope this video was useful, and if you want more in-depth tutorials about S26 Ultra or just smartphone photography and editing in general, you can let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye!